You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And here I am. We got the last half an hour of the show going. We have James Krischbaum. We have Sam Ritchie. A big shout out to a good friend of mine, Tom, with Metatron Power and Light. They just released a video, and it's all dedicated to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark. You can find it on YouTube. I tell you, I was rather impressed. Have you seen that, James?
Yeah, I thought they got a lot of creepy pictures in there, so it goes good with the song, and it's catchy, too. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I really appreciate what they've done for the show. I mean, we got their bumper music. They done one directly, to promote the show, and then they did this video. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I tell you, it's worth listening and watching.
Oh, I saw it. I was impressed with it.
Oh, yeah. Now we're in the big times, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, dang it.
Yeah. All 4 listeners out there tonight, all worldwide. I just want to thank you for tuning in to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark.
Oh, boy.
I think I think everybody's out doing, not trick or treat, but they're going to parties. They're going to, all kinds of different things, events and stuff like that. So I think that's why our listenership has been down the last couple of days, because of all the, Halloween events has been transpiring.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on this time of the week. People go out and do things. They just do.
Yeah, I remember when I could.
We have a big party right after the show.
Yeah, I could be sitting there with these, yeah. Now, don't swing that sword now. Wait, no, don't move. Okay, fine.
Strong piece of
I got
advice.
a word for James.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do not. Oh, go ahead.
That glass of milk was real good, and it went down real slow.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. No,
I bet.
Now I'm really thirsty for milk, but I tell you, it's not going to be. It'll be 1 ounce of milk and about 7 ounces of something else after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Special milk.
Yeah. I sent my wife out to. I said, go buy these canned margaritas. Okay. And she went out, and I found out where she got it from. Walmart. Now, I always like margaritas because to me, they're sweet. At least to me, they are. And these things were like gagged me. And the first one I opened up, I figured, what in the heck was in that? Because something went down my throat. Oh. So the second one, I decided I'm going to put it in a glass. And there was a huge bug in it. And then I realized, it's got tequila in it, but they wanted to make it really good. I mean, of all the years I've had a margarita going out with my wife or going out with people and having like 4 or 5 margaritas without the salt, I have never noticed a bug in one. Never. Have you guys?
No. And I'm a big
drink.
margarita drinker, too, so I have never heard of someone putting a bug in there, or the worm.
Yeah, whatever it was creepy. It looked like almost like a swollen caterpillar almost, without no, fuzz on it.
You know what's popular here at the general store? We were selling these suckers, like hard candies with a grasshopper embedded in the inside of it.
Yeah. Ew.
And I bought one too, but guess what? It was just for novelty to show people. I didn't attempt to try to eat it.
Yeah, it's not like getting to that chocolate center, I can tell you that.
No.
Gross.
Fried grass. I used to, before I married my wife, I did date a little bit because I was in radio, so it gave me a chance. But I was dating this girl, and she was Korean. And I got to know her really well, as well as I guess anybody at that time. I dated her for a few months. And I didn't even know what kimchi was. But I remember going over there for dinner quite often, and I liked it. And then one day, I go there, and her mom goes, "Can you help me in the garden?" I go, "Sure." So she goes in the garden and she digs up something. And guess what it was? That's how they made kimchi.
Grubs?
No, with fish, it was a fish thrown in it, and with the vegetables, and it ferments in the ground.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't even covered, was it? It was just in the ground, right?
No, she had a cover in it, and she actually had it in some type of container. It was buried in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how they ferment it. I mean, I'm a big kimchi eater myself, and I know how they make it. I like the authentic stuff, too. It doesn't bother me in the least.
No, I couldn't eat kimchi after that. But I was over there one time, and they had fried grasshoppers. And, it was rice. And I looking at this, and I didn't realize what it was. And I remember asking the girl, I said, what is that? And she goes, oh, yeah, that's a delicacy. I go, what is it? Fried grasshoppers. I'm sorry. I think that's one of the reasons why the relationship didn't work very long.
Did you try one?
Maybe.
I couldn't, and my girlfriend at the time got really upset because it really upset her mom. But I try to say, look, I've been eating all the kimchi, but you're not eating it anymore. And I go, no, because I see what no, thank you. I'm not going to, no, thank you.
I would have loved seeing you chow down on that stuff before you realized what it was and then be told what it was.
I chowed down on it for weeks. I mean, I go over there. I was a kimchi whore. I mean, hey, Gary, you want some kimchi? Oh yeah, give me a bunch. Give me double that. That is so good. Yeah. And then when I saw her pull out that fish head out of with the kimchi and all that, I go, oh no. Is that what I've been eating? And there's stuff moving around in there. Oh, no worry. We pull that out. Oh, okay. Me not going to eat.
Well, even chocolate that you have in your cocoa and everything still has a guarantee of a certain small microportion of it was going to have insect wings and things like that they can't seem to take out. So they even say that.
Yeah.
You're always going to have a little bit of something in your chocolate or cocoa.
Well, that was okay, too. I read a news story about a week ago about coffee. You go buy canned coffee, ground up, and it mentioned the actual brand, but I'm not going to say anything like that. They said it can be up to 20% rat droppings in it.
Maybe that's their formula for making it flavorful.
Well, I can think of other things I'm going to drink. I am such a fanatic. I drink tea like it's going out of style, and I take these tea bags, and before I even do anything, I hold them up to the light now, just to make sure that there's nothing weird in it besides the tea.
Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
I don't know.
Well, the most expensive coffee in the world is gathered up from the ground after the monkeys eat it and process it. The nuts. It's I don't know. It's not for me, but I guess a lot of people like it.
Well, gee, well, you want to come over for a recycled dinner over here tomorrow, James?
I'm not going to eat at your place. I'll bring the food. How about that?
Yeah, no, thank you. If I don't see it and I don't know about it, it doesn't bother me. I can say now, Sam, well, maybe he doesn't know because he hasn't lived here long enough. There was a chain of a few hamburger places. It starts with a D, and I'm not saying Dairy Queen. Very popular in Seattle. And this is years ago. We're talking like 40-some years ago. And I used to go there all the time because they had the best hamburgers, and they were cheap. You got like 4 for $1, 25-cent hamburgers back. It was a good deal. So me and my friend, Terry Morgan, we would go down there, every chance we get. Up by the Aurora Bridge, there's one of their places was right around there, just before you go over the bridge or after the bridge. I can't remember. After the bridge from Seattle. And we would buy it. And then all of a sudden in the Seattle Times newspaper, that's when they used to have newspapers, here they got busted because their hamburgers contained horse meat.
Oh.
I've ate horse meat before.
I ate buffalo.
No.
I ate buffalo and I didn't like it because it was too gamey tasting to me.
Yeah, I've ate buffalo. I've ate, I don't know, groundhog, squirrel, snake. I've ate about anything except possums. They're like rats. I won't eat possums or raccoons, but anything else. I've ate a lot of different crazy stuff. I really have.
I would have rather had them, I think there was a chain of restaurants that were doing beef and they were adding in soy to it. I would have much rather had that than the horse meat inside of it.
Well, the funny thing is, whatever they did, I don't know if they mixed it with the beef or how they did it, but I mean, you couldn't tell. I mean, seriously, the burgers were good. Just like there's a national chain right now. I swear to God, when you buy their hamburger, I don't know why people go there, but you take a bite of their hamburger and you go, I can taste the pickle. I can taste the mustard, but I sure don't taste the meat.
Yeah.
Don't say the name. Don't even try to guess who
I
I'm
know
talking
it's so hard
about.
not to say names because I can think of several different instances, and I can't even say the slogans because it could probably get us in trouble.
Yeah. But you guys probably know who I'm talking about. But, after you eat it, then your stomach feels upset. At least mine always does.
I guess it would. Jeez.
That's because they put a lot of pepper on it to cover up whatever the meat is.
Ugh. Ugh.
Happy Halloween, guys. Where's my trick-or-treats?
Yeah, I lost my appetite. I'll tell you that. Jeez. Thanks, Gary.
I don't know.
You ever see that movie Insidious?
Might have. It doesn't ring a bell right now.
I think I have.
It's the one where the guy, he goes in the spirit world and he sees these spirits, but they're just standing there motionless, like it's real creepy. They're just like looking straight on, but yet when he kind of moves, they kind of look at him. But I was in this house back in May. It was supposed to be one of the most haunted houses here in Ohio. And the investigator that was behind me, we go up there and I stop and I seen look like one of these spirits, like Insidious. It was just standing there in the corner, motionless, but looking at it. It was creepy looking. And I said to the investigator, I said, "Do you see that?" They peeked around and said, "Oh, beep, no," and took off running down the hall and went into this other room and come running back out because I guess there was another one in there like that. But it was crazy stuff like that I seen in that house. It was like weird looking spirits. They would. They act like they was going to pounce on you or something, but they were motionless. It was just the most creepiest thing we've ever seen. Went back in there, they were gone, but it was a flighting experience, I must say.
I don't know.
That's about as what as far as cryptids go. It's actually a little bit creepier when they stand still and they look at you and instead of moving. That's what kind of disturbs me a little bit, but they just don't move.